is helpful to define for the data consolidation purpose. What do we need the data consolidation purpose? Generally, what is APD is? For example, whenever we are trying to load the data from any source system, initially data comes from the data source. From data source, we'll define a single transformation for particular structure, and then we load the data there. That is, it's a one level of mapping of a structure. That is, from one data source to other data target, we will always have a 1:1 data source mapping. That is 1:1 transformation mapping there. If you have one data source and if you want to load into a one data target, then we will always have one transformation mapping there. That's the one level of transformation mapping there. So if you want to perform, for example, you want to perform more tasks. In the transformation, you can perform any one task. You can define a routine or form. I mean, you can go to combination of fields, but you can perform only one transformation task. That is only one level of mapping can be performed here. But you want to perform based upon the data. For example, data should come here at one stage, and from there to go to other stage, and from there to go to other stage. That is, the data should keep on changing at the different levels of data flow. That is, if you are trying to get the data from any source system to a base system, data initially comes to the data source. From data source, we will always have a single level of translation mapping which updates data to data targets. If that you want to write routines or formulas, whatever you can perform, not a problem at all. But what SAP is saying is that the transformation between the data source and the transformation between the data source and the data target should be in such a way that first one particular data will come to one type of data will come to transformation. From there, before reaching data to the data target, I want to define one more transformation and change the data. And from there, define one more transformation, change the data before reaching data target. That is, I'm having more than one transformation level there. I'm trying to having more than one transformation there. That mechanism is called as APD. APD stands for Analysis Process Designing. Analysis Process Designing. That is, while processing your data, you can do more analysis as per your requirement by creating n number of transformations between the data source and data target, between a single data source and single data target. That mechanism is called as APD. Analysis Process and Designing way. In the general standard flow, you will always have only one level of transformations. In APD, we can have more than one level of transformations, where you can format, we can change the data as per your requirement, which makes our data as a consolidated data. So then we go with APD, Analysis Process Designing there. Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me explain you this document, and then it's clearly understand what exactly it is. Okay, so this is a document which is designed by some of the person who is working in L&T. He has taken some exams and is trying to explain it. This looks very good. Now let me explain you this. What is APD? See, what is APD saying? Analysis Process and Design is the application environment for SAP data mining solution. The analysis process designing makes it possible to find and identify the hidden or complex relationship between the data in a simple way. The APD workbench provides the intuitive graphical interface that enables you to visualize, transfer, and deploy data from your business warehouse. Various data transformations are provided for this purpose, such as statistical or mathematical calculations and the data cleansing or structuring process. An APD generally consists of three parts: data source, transformations, data target. What are data sources? Generally, when you make a data flow also, we'll have three parts. One is data source, one is transformation, one is data target. But what exactly is trying to say is, here, data source, read the data from info providers, attributes of characteristics, queries, flat files, database files. Transformations, filter for restricted amount of data, aggregate data, join data from different data sources, adapt routines, formulas, part data, etc. Data targets, write directly to the DSO. Write data directly to the DSO, data store object DSO, stat files, update CRO attributes, change attributes of category, etc. So leave all these things, now let's see here. Previously we have a data source. For example, if you're trying to pull the data from any source, so the first stage is the DSO. What is the DSO? DSO is a PSA. What is the DSO? DSO is a PSA. From PSA, we can update data to data targets. From PSA, we can update data to data targets with their transformation. What APD is saying is that we can update data from the data source to data targets. So what are data sources here there? Here data source is not a PSA. Here data source is not a PSA. Here data source is called as a data target. See the difference here there. If you say data source in the normal stand, it is called as PSA. If you say the data source in the normal stand, it is called as a PSA, but here a data source is called in APD. The data source are called as the symbol is called as attribute data. The symbol is called as attribute data, master data, This symbol is called as multi-provider. Inter-provider is combination of kiosk. This symbol is called as query. This symbol is called as flat files, and this symbol is called as a table there, database table. So these are called as the data sources for us. These are called as a data sources for us. So if you are trying to have a normal standard flow, your data source is nothing but the PSA, but in APD, whatever data is there in the data targets, if you want to get the data to other data targets, whatever data is there in the data targets, if you want to get the other data targets, then we can define like this. I'll do one thing here. I'll explain this way. For example, I have data, I have source system. From source system, I'm loading into BA system. So data comes into the data source first of all. So what is the data source? It's called as PSA. Okay. From PSA it went to data targets. This can be a info cube or ODS or a DSO. What else may be there? Okay. Right. This one standard for right. Now you got a business case where you are supposed to this one is what? PSA. Now from PSA you are supposed to update the data targets. Or a DSO. And then further update to data targets, right? Let's assume you got second scenario. The first scenario was clear. Second scenario was asking to whatever data is there in the data target, the particular data is supposed to come to this supposed to come to PSA. Data is supposed to PSA. From PSA it is supposed to update data target. So here we have transformations. Here we have transformations. Here we have transformations. A transformation between the data source and the data target. Now you got a scenario where the client is asking the business is demanding us to go with the updation of from data target to data target. So what we do here, we create the transformations. This one we have seen. We create transformation between the standard DSO and the DAD DSO, the DAD DSO and standard DSO, and we create one more transformation between the standard DSO to InfoCube there. Okay. So here we create a transformation here there between these and these. We create transformation here there. That's what normal flow is. Now what APD is saying is that if you are trying to update data between two data targets, then this data is treated as a data source. Then these data is treated as data source here. Here data source is what PSA, but here in this case, for this data target, this is the data source. For this data target, this is the data source. And mapping between these two data is nothing but transformation. And mapping between these two data is nothing but transformation. That is, you can have only one level of transformation. But here, what SAP is saying is that if you define APD, you can have more than one level of transformation between the two data targets. You can have more than one level of transformation between the two data targets. That's what SAP is saying. Now, what are the reasons of defining more than one transformation? Because a single transformation may not be satisfied or may not make your data consolidation, may not get your proper data. But when you specify more than one transformation, the level of transformation can cleanse the data, can purify the data, or can filter the data, can join the data by conditions. You can do what sort of conditions that are required. You can perform all the tasks at a level by level of transformation. That is, we can have n number of level of transformation. When the data is passing through each level of transformation, the data will be different, or data will be changing, or data will be cleansing, or data will be purifying, whatever it may be there, before reaching data to data target. That mechanism is called as APD. APD stands for Analysis, Process and Design. Is it clear, this one, right?
So there can be another transformation between
Yes.
I wonder why they did remove the info source from 3.5. I mean, it is doing the same one other transformation level. It is doing another level of tracing anyway. Then why did they remove that one and they put again one more function?
It's not a step here. See, info source is not, info source can update the data to n number of data at a time, not to one by one data target there. Info source can update data to n number of data targets at a time. That is not possible in 3.0. That is, each data set should again called up here n number of times here there. But if you call info source for that is, if you say info source for number of input here, but by creating a single info package, we can update all the data to data package. But in the case of a BI, it's not possible. For every load, you're supposed to have a different DB case. That's nowhere to do with this. Now, what we are talking here is from one data target to other data target, you want to update it. In 3.5, we'll have only one update rule. In 10.0, we'll have only one transformation. But when you undergo the APD can have more than one transformation, and the purpose is to make a data concentration much better than the existing data. That's the reason. But this is nowhere related to info source, Venkat.
Venkat, do you have any business example for such?
Yeah, he has given this an example. I've not worked on API till now, but that's why I'm taking this job for an external business case here. Okay? Yeah. Sanjay, clear? Sanjay, today?
Party, Sanjay, is there a party time? Want to call it?
Say Sanjay.
Having party, Sanjay, right? No, it was at 10 o'clock.
Right. So here we have this thing. So let me explain you the APD. Okay. See, what it's saying is that what is it? Here the data source is what your PSA, but in APD the data source will be this. The data source can be your data packets, like can be master data, can be info cubes, can be query, can be a flat file connectivity, or can be database. And the data targets, so where you want to load the data. This is your master data, this is your DSO, this is your flat file, this is your CRM connectivity, like SAP ECC or SAP BI, we have one more module, right, like SAP CRM. It's a different application server, it's a different server. To format data into this, we can go to CRM, and these are not available. This is somewhere like a ABC analysis, something is there. I don't know what exactly it stands for, but whatever data you have, this one. This one is something like ABC analysis. What I don't know what is an ABC analysis always stands for, but okay. So different to data, I guess. Come again, Chandra.
ABC analysis is one of the terms used in controlling model. Okay. It's meant for activity-based process.
Okay, activity-based process. Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming that's the one, but it is the only one. It is the one they are referring to.
Okay. Right. So what is I trying to explain is taking the business case about this example.
What is the data mining when I did this for the other vendor?
For me?
Data mining is basically the same thing. I mean, it's blown out form of the data. data warehouse, let's say we have data warehouse is like probably 100 of a data mining. Data mining is basically a huge database, and mining is basically you're trying to dig out the data for analysis purposes through not to standard ways of mining connect, not to standard ways of retrieving the data. It's like a extra. There are separate mathematical calculations to retrieve the data for analysis purposes. Generally, that is what data mining.
Data management is a mechanism where you get the data from the data target by applying a lot of filters and conditions.
Yeah.
So
generally we get the data in a what is called a standard way, right? But the data mining they use in a very exclusive mathematical applications to get the data.
We have very loose term, Chandra. Basically, when you say data analysis, means we analyze the data which is there right in front of us. No. When we say data warehouse, means we collect the data in a near-term place. That is next year or this year or last year and this year or something like that. But in data mining, concept is that a large volume of data in a huge amount of period, data is utilized for analyze particular trends. So that's what data is in the case of data mining. That is an explosive form of, data warehouse is an explosive form of data analysis, but that data mining is explosive form of data warehousing.
You know, perfect example will be Google. When you search in Google, it collects the searches to a huge amount of database, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it basically uses to data mining concepts and other stuff.
Something algorithms.
Yeah, I mean, what are other?
They are very, very advanced algorithms that they are utilized just to do that research.
But certainly uses very huge advanced algorithms, mathematical calculations to all this, to dig out all this data and finding out the correct problems for Google. Now, the Walmart and all these big companies, they have a huge transactions every day, right? Walmart is one of the biggest companies here. Yeah, so they use the data mining for that.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you for listening.
Let's go with something called, what he has taken example is, he is taking that he got some customer data. I'll do one thing, let me explain you on this. He has taken two tables. The two tables are, one is customer data, which is the master data. So it's taken as customer. Master customer details. Okay, and he has taken stage data and that is stored in DSO, current DSO. Okay, for transaction it is taken as customer service data. Okay, right. Here we are getting here. This is customer information. Okay, and this is customer DSO, signed DSO, and this is what DSO for direct update. So what is trying to say is that here, what is explaining that for business data sources, they have taken the customer master data of master data and sales for transaction data for the DSO. Transformations is that the built-in function aggregate is used to aggregate the sales amount, and join function is used to join the data sets from the customer carrying sales data, and the filter for function is to the values according to country. So I'll explain this business case. data target. A data APD is used to store results. That is, whatever data you have in this customer and whatever data you have in sales, we join them, filter them, aggregate them, and then populate the data into the DSO, either is DSO there. Okay? Let's see now. What are the fields we have taken there? See here we have analysis process design. Where do you see analysis process design? Here we see analysis process design. This is a place. If you go to info provider, what is it? Here is that. Here. I will go with the edit option, and then here we have analysis process design. Can you see here? Or here we have option here.
Yeah.
A small button. Can you see here? Small one. A small beautiful one. This one. The small button.
Can you put the cursor onto the next one? I want to just see what is this.
Data mining. Yeah. So this is analysis process designing. Okay. So this is what we either we can go with edit option or we can go with this analysis process designing. So they will click on that one. So when click on this, it's asking to create. Also we will do practically. Don't worry about this. So what it's trying to do is he's taking the data source from master data. That is, he fills some data into the master data and he's taking the source of the data source. The first one is starting instance from the data source. All the data is loaded here. What I'm saying is that he's taking the data source insert, all the data is filled into this. So he started from here, he's collecting the data. Okay. Now, so he's taking a data source of master data which is already he's taking the data target of master data as a data source which is already having a data line. He called here there, G customer. Okay. And here, this is what your object data source, which is of a data target, in which we have data in it. Okay. And next page is collecting the sales data, DSO. It's collecting the sales data DSO, which is already having data in it, which is of a data target. Okay. And these are the fields are there in the data source. These are the fields are there in the data source. Choose the required category to keep it from the available list of vacancies in the field selection tab. So what are fields are there? Just make a note of this. Let's make a note of this. Z customer, Z location, Z country. So what do you have in this? You have Z customer. Next one is Z customer, customer location. Customer location, customer country, okay, and sales, he's taken sales amount as key figure, he's taken sales amount as Z amount, and he's taken the currency as zero currency. Further details is not standard. You remember it, why we take zero currency?
Yeah.
Sanjay Chandra, when the data is not standard in the flow, then we take a zero currency display to handle the currency details from the BW basis. Right. Now, let's go and pick it up now. He has taken the DSO also now. So the first step is he has taken master data and second step he has taken DSO and he called here there. Can you see? He called both the things here, customer data and transfer and data source here there. Right. Now, what is doing is trying to do aggregation. Can you see this is a transformation? Here we have transformation. Here we have transformation. This we have symbol called aggregation. This is aggregation. This is aggregation. This one, this small button is called aggregation. The next step is to transfer the data account to our need. So the aggregation function to summarize the sales data account to sales amount. Okay. So here n number of values of same customer, and we do summation there. So we are trying to do summation there. The summation of people we are trying to do what? Aggregation. Okay, we are trying to aggregate the data of the sales data. Based upon what? Do you want to aggregate data based upon customer ID or country or location? It's your business case. Based upon this, we were trying to do the aggregation there. Okay. So let's see what basis is doing aggregation. Right click on the aggregate functionality and go to the properties transformation. If we come down here, we have properties. If you click on it, it will ask you what you want to do. You want to do summation or minimum or max or count? What do you want to average? What do you want to do? You specify the functionality there. So you are specifying that it should be what? The aggregation should be what? Summation. That is, your sales should be summation on what basis? Of these three bases. Can you see it?
Yeah.
You are selecting a group is there. If the customer number belongs to same country, same location, then sum the sales amount there.
So it's like a subtotal, right? For each case.
Yeah. And later on, aggregation is done on this data. Now you are trying to connect with it because you are trying to connect it. What you are trying to connect with? You are trying to connect this customer data with the aggregate sales data. Here, you are trying to connect it here customer with the aggregate sales data with the this is called connection. You are trying to do connection between two things. You have done here customer data, sales data with this one, and here the join is. The join looks like this. So what does this contain? Customer, zero customer, zero country, zero location, sales, and what does master contain? Master contains zero customer, account group, and industry. So let's take some clips of master data now. Yeah. What is taken here? Zero customer, Z customer. Okay. And what is taken? Account group, also Z account, and also industry, ZIND also. So these three fields belongs to your master data, right? So the join is based upon what? On the combination of these two, right? Because these two common, right? Z customer and Z customer, right? Yes. And then
It is the join, okay.
you join. Now it's trying to filter it now. It's trying to filter it. He is taking a filter here. He's trying to filter it. Filter is what? He's trying to filter the data based upon load the data whose country belongs to USA. When you join there, the objects of master data and objects of translation will be displayed in the filter, and we are specifying here specific condition there. The specific condition here that the country, your specific condition of country. What condition is specifying here is what condition is specifying here is specifying that the customer's country belongs to only USA, and then here we have a database now. Filter and load the data. This is what your database, call your database. Now the things is the database and the join and the filter and then execute it. This is what we are going to do now. Yes, understand the business case. This is what business case. That is, you have so much of you have a lot of data in master data, you have a lot of data in transaction data, but you want to have console data by aggregation, and then it should be filtered, and should be joined, and should be filtered, and this will filter. You are supposed to copy data into the database of it. Understood this mechanism?
Yeah, I mean, the customer, he's basically joining the customer with the customer master data, like account group or industry or whatever. Whenever we build a customer, we build it with master data, right? It is automatically should be connected.
No, see, connected in the sense of what base you are trying to connect with, that's important. You want to connect the customer number or what X or Y, what cell you want to connect in the specified, right? So there are two tables. VBA can no.
He is artificially connecting a customer with his details. I was like worried about it because there's a data of sanity and all.
What is that?
Data validity, sanity. If the same customer exists in master data, in transaction data.
Obviously should exist, right? Whatever information on master, that's going to take a reference in transaction data also. If the particular master is not the master, how will you take a reference of transaction data there? So you should have same common value in both master and transaction, generally you can join them.
In general scenarios, you have to manually connect them. You need to say when you are building before.
No, when we do, when you're trying to call the same characteristics in the info cubes or DSOs, incidentally the connectivity will be done automatically because as you are trying to refer the technical lens. But here he is explicitly calling this because the business is demanding is get the data only of the customer is existing there. Sometimes what happens, even the customer is not existing also, you will have some transaction of customers also. In that case, can you say, I don't want a customer which does not, which are not existing master data. I need a customer which are existing in the only master data. So that's the reason I'm putting a journey over there.
In real life, do you create some like this? Do you do everything?
Yeah. This was a real example. He has worked with it. I mean, I've just gone through his postings and no, in my business scenario, in my project we still no APDs, Sanjay.
Okay, because such things that you must be doing in DS or business objects because you are kind of like that. Why would anybody create a DS tool just for aggregation and filtration and such things? Like you can do it in the report writer directly.
Of course, we can do the reporting also. See, one thing is that whatever task we can do in modeling, the same thing we can do in reporting also. For example, if you remember, we have done some formulas, calculations, everything at the modeling level, the transformation level at DS 1.0 and 3.5, we have done a transformation level there, right?
Right.
The same thing we have performed at the reporting level also. But what makes the difference between...
But at least there I can understand that okay, fine, you're loading all other data, you just have one more CO2. But here you're completely creating a new DSO.
No. See, what the intention of creating new DSs maybe see, if you observe carefully, what are the DSs you have in this and whatever DSs you have in this is different data, right? And this is a consolidated, it's not a consolidated, it's a combination of all the country's data, and this you are making consolidated data by filtering the data there. So the analysis will be different on this data and the analysis will be different on this data there.
Yeah, I get it. Only question is why would you create the DSO for that? If you want to aggregate or you want to, well, I guess if there is a complex situation, then maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that is also right. I mean, what Sanjay is saying, all these aggregations and all, we generally do check some coding and other stuff. Generally, we have scenario to create a DSO and do all this stuff inside the DI itself.
Maybe it's a SICO for SICO for SCM consultant where you want our data.
Right. They want to use DSO, right? They want to use reports.
They assume this data only that they do reporting. And one more thing is that if whatever stress you put at modeling level, it is always healthy for the reporting there because the reporting should not take much time to do all these things. That is one scenario there. You got me, Sanjay? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We do calculation modeling level and we do calculation reporting level. What makes the difference then? Why are we doing calculation modeling level? Why you cannot do calculation reporting level? Yes, you can do calculation reporting level, but look at the performance there. Doing calculation, you can calculate 100 columns, not a problem at all. But see the calculation, see the values there. And every value, for example, you need to do calculation based on each record wise. If this is a record, then do this. If this is not a record, then do this. See the stress of the reporting there, that side. But at modeling level, I'll define routine or formula there. Based on this value, send the column to this column there, and I'll directly call the column reporting there. You got the point? Here we are trying to put three conditions. This what? These three conditions you just specify the reporting there. Instead of that, directly I'll do reporting on this. This is a cost receivable. Obviously, this is a cost receivable, right?
Yeah, maybe what is that? HCM wants to use this DSO.
HCM want to use this DSOs, or for our sake only, we want to do consolidation in this fashion where the filtering should be done at the modeling level itself so that the reporting can be very healthy, should be in healthy state. Many scenarios. I mean, unfortunately, there's some topics where, I not come across any business case. I'm just trying to study the documents and trying to make a figure out that this may be a business case. One is, out of it, this is one of the APD where, I don't get a chance to work on the system, in the real business case. I've done a lot of practice on this and a lot of business cases on this, but, what such business case makes the people to go with APD? But compared to 3.5, APD is a new technology. That is, n number of transformations you can have between the data source and the data packet. See, we have three transformations here. Can you see it? That is not possible in standard BA or not in your standard BW. Only this possible PPD. And this question was asked by Essential and one more company. I came across, they asked me about APDs also. Maybe they have business case for APDs also in the project. Maybe so. Okay. Clear? Opinion clear? Yeah. So let's go and just create one. Let's take a sample data and let's try to do all this thing. I'll try to create something for this all this thing. Okay. Let me do this and then come back again. Account group, what's in the account group? What do you mean account group here? Can you give?
You can put like any two types, A, B, A,
You are asking about what the functionality of account group?
Yes, yes.
If something like a similar set of customers are placed in one account group, like domestic customers, foreign customers, customers supplying, sales where similar products are made to similar customers or something like that. It has the same features and characteristics are placed in one account.
Okay.
One of the mandatory fields when you are designing a customer product.
Yeah. Customer order is K and A, right? The field one is K and then A1, right?
So the K and A1.
K and A1, yes, that's customer, right? Or it's vendor.
What?
You know the table names also?
This is a function, right? We should know, right? When BW guys remember the function, we should remember always. Because we learn from them, right? When a table and when you go to interviews for BW interviews in India, people ask you, what is the data source and what tables what tables the data source created, what is the function of the table, what is KE BO stands for, what is EKKO stands for, what is EKPO stands for, what is AUSS stands for, what is AUSS stands for. They'll ask you all these things. VBAK, VBAP.
I think that is very familiar. I don't know why do they ask on technical business level.
No, on what basis then see, if the client is asking to create a data source, you should know on what tables the data source is created, what is the function of a data source, what are the data formed in particular data source, and what are fields are there in a particular data source or a field, and how you are going to pull the data. So technically you should very sound at this. I know almost all the financial tables have almost in the sense like the tables which belongs to asset accounting, asset receivables, production management, HRM, SD, MM, and all the tables. Tables is like what tables are majorly used to for the posting of the client data. It's the role of a BA consultant to learn all these things. It's mandatory. In India, in US they don't ask because most of the technology is done in US, so people bordering a lot at the US is Indian side. Even till the last question, it's mandatory. So people also understand and learn the tables also.
Whenever you come across such questions in future, okay, just give an example of Sanjay's order, which Sanjay was mentioning some time back. No need to remember all of the things, whatever the students study. Just go to Google and search.
No, see, Venkat, you're not trying to understand. See, India is a back-end office where you need to picturize the consultant in front of the customer that he knows everything. You cannot say to the customer, right, then we search in the Google and we'll find the answer for you, right?
No, I'm just joking.
No, I'm just saying to Venkat, no, Venkat is saying that, you know.
The customer never asks, okay, what table you use for this and that.
No, that's what I'm saying. In India, we don't directly enter the customer. We enter the customer. We enter the guy who knows BW BI and the business case. If you remember the last time we had this argument, right? That Sanjay is saying that that's what it should be in the onsite guys, right? So people, my head who is a manager, she knows BI. She's not a BI consultant. She knows BI. She knows what tables are popular because she deals with the source system at the same time she makes us to work in the BI also. When she says that go and see the data source, I cannot go and ask her on what tables. First of all, I should do R&D from my side. If any questions are there, I'll pop up, I'll draft a mail to her that this. Then she will try to explain me. On the scratch, no one is there to explain us to here. In India, no one is there to explain what tables transfer. For example, if I have any doubt in finance, if I have customer, if I have consultant like Chandra in the office, I'll go here, I'll find out what the data source and what are the fields that I use. He try to explain me. Based upon this requirement, I'll try to match the data with the requirement. If I have similar questions, then I'll try to say that this is what my R&D, this is what my tables are fine. Let me just have some clarity on this. Then she will explain or he will explain who's sitting in on-site, who knows a bit knowledge of BW and a good knowledge of the business case of the source system or a function as a client.
And moreover, this issue a problem why people face in India is it is something like not all projects are client intensive. I mean, when I tell client intensive, even at the very last level or maybe who the person who is actually working on a particular work will not have direct access to the person who is giving the requirement. Okay? It will be routed to something lead or a project lead or whoever it is. So, at each level, I mean, it passes to the next person. So, whatever the information is there gets filtered out. And ultimately, whatever you get is very least. Right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's true. You're getting Venkat what I'm explaining, giving secret, right? What happens in India?
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
No, because that's a very big serious issue in India, That's what people say, getting a job in India is tough. Sustaining a job in Western Indies is tough. That's what people, hearing interview is very tough here because you should technically sound of every aspect. You should technically sound of every aspect here. So that is always important for us.
In India, they asked about the commands also, right? And then how to write the right statement. That is like stupid. I mean, you can go to help and you can find out however the way you want to write it.
No, you're not getting. That's what I'm saying. How do you confirm that you see the person who's sitting in the US and he's not a client. He needs to picturize me in front of a client that he knows everything. How does he trust that I know everything? How does my manager trust me that he knows everything? Because he's responsible for the particular post. If anything wrong is done by me, first of all, he will just put up there. So they lost all these things. It's common in India. They lost everything there.
The way you are coming up is, we are not trusted directly, right? Because there is very trust unless it is proven on the other side.
No, you're saying something, Chandra?
No, actually, yeah. I mean, they don't trust that because we have to just move it right from the scratch.
Yes, they have to prove from scratch, yes. Even you put 5 years, 6 years experience, so the first question is, what was the last year? what is script you have done, how do you copy from the default version to these things, what blah blah blah, all these things. So BA consultant.
See, that is because of it's that is something like a very vast issue. It takes a bit of time to discuss and share it Sunday with the folks who are based in USA and don't know the what is environment in IT industry. I think you are aware of it.
Yeah, I can understand what you said, Chandra. Making what you are saying.
What is happening is, why is all these things, even you put 5 years of experience, I think you can just, stop the recording for some time, right? Why not?
Yeah. Right. So here I got DS for that. This is symbol here. Okay. Now what I've done is, I'll just explain what I've done is, I created 3 objects here. What I've done is, I created customer number, and these are created attributes as customer account group and industry. And then later I created account groups, customer industry account groups, right? And later I created the location and the country as a different object, not as attributes of customer number, as 2 different objects, country and location. Because I want to use them in the transaction data, not in the master data. Okay. So customer number, account group and industry, location and country are different. And key features are different amount as a 0 currency to handle different currencies there. Right. And then I created 2 data sources, for master data and transaction data, and then I load the data here there. You see I have loaded data here there. Here I have loaded the data, show the data now. Manage, contain, execute. Right, I have data here now. Customer number, account group, industry, domestic, international, industry, sales material taken here. And I go with an DSO, then I just had, I got amount, currency, country, customer number, location. Execute and execute. So I have data like this. Okay? Right. Now what I've done is now I created one more DSO now. I have this one. That is DSO data update. So what I've done is I'm already setting here as DSO data update, and then I called customer number, location, country as the key field, and data fields are called account group and industry.
Key fields? Oh, okay. Nothing that is not known is key fields.
Just hold on one second. What I've done here, let me just pick it out. I call customer number, location and country is key field. Yes. Right, let's see. Okay. Let's define APD now. How do we define APD? Let me close all these things. It's troubling me. Okay. Right. So we'll go with step by step. First of all, go with APD. I'll open a normal session here. /ORSA1. Yes, click on this one, APD. Click on this. Okay. Create APD. Right click. You create depends upon the what are the models you have. For example, I'm creating in general. Right click into create. It will ask you for your technical name. View description, I'll say APD Analysis. Okay. Now, call your master data. Can you see your master data here? Right? Drag and drop here. It asks you, what is the characteristic name? What is the characteristic here? This is the characteristic, right? This is the characteristic name. Okay, control. Call your data. And press enter. Yes. Give some name. I'll say customer data. Yes. Fine. Next one is what? DSO, right? Call it DSO. What do you call DSO? This one. Read the different info provider. Call this and put here. At last info provider name. What is info provider name? YDSO 05. This one. Give the customer sales data. Okay. And go to field selection. Do you want to have all the fields or you want to go with the particular field? I want to go with all the fields. Here the same thing what here there. Can I see it? No, not this. Not this. 1 second. Hold on. Here, can you see it? He transferred everything. After all the transfers, I got here. Customer country, customer number, customer location. Customer country, customer number, customer location. Okay? I transfer all these things. Transfer. And then more transfer. Right? Done with this. That is why we are doing this, because you are specifying that I want to use all the fields of this DSO to further update to that DSO there. If you want to ignore any field, you can directly neglect the purpose name there. This clear, right?
Yeah.
Clear, Venkat Chandra, clear? Venkat?
Yeah. I mean, these are the total fields of the DSO, right?
Yes, yes. Right. Now, you want to do what is saying that do aggregation. Saying that do aggregation now. We have done this too now. This is called aggregation now. Here we call aggregation now. Here is aggregation, here is aggregation. Call and drop here there. Okay. Now drag and drop. Can you see the points here there? The small points here there. Here. You call it here and it's time to drag and drop here there. Properties. First of all, do properties. Right, select this, right click on the properties. You are not getting any properties here there. Because you need to drag and drop on what things you want to specify. First of all, if right click on the properties, you cannot do nothing here. Can you see here? Because you don't know what basis you are supposed to aggregate. You don't know the destination there. So to do this, what I'll do is that I'll drag and drop here there. Understand the point, right?
Yeah.
Drag and drop. Now right click on the properties. Can you see what the fields here now? On what basis you want to do aggregation? On what condition? I want to do aggregation on these three conditions. With the condition of date. With the condition of submission. Can you see here? Venkat Chandra clear? See the other thing is specified here, the same thing here. See here? The same thing what here? That is, you are saying that do aggregation on the amount and what aggregation here? Summation. Here is your functional summation, max, min, we have a lot of functionalities here. So I'll do as a summation here there. I'll say aggregation. And just continue. Done. Aggregation is created. Now what is the next one? He's asking to join it. He's asking to join it. The join is automatic connection base. Okay? This is done. Okay. How do you join this here? Here, joining here. You join here. Join it now. Join to this. And join to this. Right click in the properties. Can you hear? Okay, join here there. Can you see this guy? Select all the fields, what are the fields you want to affect. I'm selecting all the fields and join. What is the common point here? Customer number to customer number. This will join it. Clear? Venkat, Chandra? Sanjay, clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, join it now. Join. We got to join now. See, the same thing is done here. You right click against the properties, then you got to join. Customer service. See, customer to customer join. And you select all the fields, what are the fields that need to be affected. You're saying is provide appropriate description to join function, map the two sources on the basis of the common fields and checkbox and checkbox agree the fields to make the available next level. So if the order fields you select here, that will be available next level there. Which level to a DS level here? So filter level. Sorry, we are supposed to filter it now, right? He's asking to put a filter now. So get a filter now, will you? So what do you want to filter it? Let's see what he's saying. Filter it. He's asking to join it. Okay. Let's join the filter. Yes. And then properties. On what base you want to filter? I'll just filter. On what base you want to filter? On base of country, right? Select the country here there and go to filter condition. On what base you want to filter? On the base of what? If country belongs to USA, then only get the data here, USA. See the same thing is specified here. Properties, we selected country field. Okay, and next we went to the USA, selected USA. Right? And if we continue.
So the list of the countries came from our master data, right?
Yes. Because we are calling it technical key, right? And now get your data target. Which data into which area you want to load? You want to load into DSO for database. Call that. I'll say customer US data. Okay. Target fill. What do you want to get? You want to get overwrite it or what do you want to get it? I say based on this comments you want to get overwrite it or you want to overwrite only part of it. Part of it in the sense that if you say overwrite here, if the same values are common, the data gets overwrite here there. If the data is not if the data is not common, if the data is not common, data will not get overwrite here. If the data is common, data will get overwrite here. Or you want to restrict the value also. Overwrite here the part of a data source. That is overwrite the part only whose value belongs to a specific value here there. Here I can specific value here there. I can specify value here means what overwrite only the value so customer number is equal to 101. I'm trying to overwrite the part. Yeah, go on. Chandra, Sanjay.
No, go ahead.
Now when you select the second part, override part, then you are specifying that the data sheet will override only the part of the if the particular value is this. So generally always go with this one override here there. Because of the condition you have it. So let us close the system. So after specifying this join. Okay? Now we enter properties like you need to when you call you give the data name, right? After specifying the condition you call it data name and give the properties here there. And after giving the properties, join the filter with the join. Here you get a transformation here. Can you see small rules, transfer rules?
Yeah, but why does it say override the thing? Because there is no data at all, right? In our data.
Now when you load the data, should the data get overwritten or you want to override the data based on conditions? What is APD? From the data from the structural information, sales data will pump into the DSO data bit, right? While pumping, you should get overwrite or you should get the overwrite only particular part of a data.
I mean, overwrite means, first of all, there has to be data in that direct update DSO.
So you are not getting. Now you load the data now, right? We designing the architecture to load the data. While loading the data, what they're supposed to do it now? You got the point?
Yeah. I think that the terminology is like directly first time itself, I mean, I'm confused about the first time we don't overwrite, like first time we just load the data.
No, it's not the first time or 10th time. It's not like whenever you're trying to load the data, in the same file, if you have two records, then what should I do? 101.10 and 101.20 is there. What will do? You got my point?
Yeah. I mean, but direct DSO has the data at all now.
No. It's not. We are just configuring direct DSO. We cannot. The data can copy only two ways, right? One is through APD and one is APIs, right?
Right. Yeah.
Still data is not there. Now we are configuring all these things to load the data into this.
Yeah.
While
small thing. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, while loading the data, we are asking whether to overwrite it or not. We are just putting condition there. After selecting a DSO, we specify the properties. And then now join the filter now. Join this filter to the DSO. When joining the filter to the DSO, it will generate a rule. This rule is called as transfer rules. This rule is called as transfer rules. Automatically this will generate automatically. And here. This is what we are specifying here. When we select the DSO, right, here we specify that whether you want to overwrite a particular one or whether you want to overwrite based on all the things. I specify that override only particular object. You can specify all these things. And then select the transfer rules and click on properties. Select the transfers and click on properties. Currently we are not supposed to do.
So we're working on generate okay.
So here when you click on you get a transfer rules here. When you click on transfer rules, automatically it will string like this and you have to map this. These fields are what? The fields that is specified in that DSO, and these fields are what coming from the master data in a DSO there. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Chandra, can you see? Sanjay, can you see here?
Yeah.
Long back.
Yeah. Now you can map them. Map it, save it. At the top you have execute button, click on execute button, you get a screen like this. And go and see the data in the that DSO, you will see the data in it. For what condition specified, you define a join, you define aggregation, and you define a join, and you define a filter. What is filter? You get the data whose data belongs to US and not all the countries of the data there. This is how we define APD, Analysis Process Designer. Unfortunately, the power